After centuries of being one of the world's saltiest bodies of water, the Dead Sea has finally dried up, revealing something truly terrifying. The implications of this discovery are both shocking and, for some, prophetic. Could it be a sign of the end times? Watch this video till the end to find out. The Dead Sea, the iconic salt lake known for its buoyancy and mineral-rich waters, is slowly disappearing, with devastating consequences for the environment and the people who depend on it. The region's scorching sun only exacerbates the problem, causing the sea to shrink alarmingly. And while it's true that the Dead Sea is incredibly salty, it's not immune to the effects of climate change and human interference. Moreover, as the sea recedes, it leaves behind sinkholes that seriously threaten those who live nearby. But the Dead Sea is more than just a tourist attraction. It's a unique ecosystem that serves as a canary in the coal mine for the environment in the Middle East. Its decline is a stark reminder of the urgent need to address the water shortage in the region. With no easy solution in sight, scientists and policymakers are scrambling to find ways to save the sea before it's too late. While some may argue that the Dead Sea's demise is a sign of the end times, the reality is much more complicated. As the Dead Sea continues to shrink, it's not just the water level that's changing. The density and saltiness are increasing, creating a unique and otherworldly landscape that is recreating the lowest point on the planet. The surface level is dropping at an alarming rate, more than a meter a year, causing the landscapes of the Dead Sea to take on an almost lunar quality. But it's not just the physical changes that are significant. The Dead Sea is a place of great cultural and historical importance. With stories dating back to ancient times, the people of the past recognized that there was something special about this place, even if they couldn't quite put their finger on it. And today, as the Dead Sea faces its own slow-motion crisis, it serves as a barometer of the environment and a reminder of the delicate balance between human activity and nature. A Dead Sea in ancient times. Legends about Cleopatra's beauty secrets and its mineral-rich waters purported health benefits. In reality, the sea's value extends beyond beauty and health, with its salt deposits having been used as currency during the Roman occupation of the Middle East. Today, tourists can still visit resorts and purchase cosmetics made from Dead Sea products. Although declining water levels create economic and environmental challenges, British engineers scratched the water level on a rock during World War I to mark it. The sea's shrinking waters have receded far beyond those marks a century later. To reach the current water level, one must trek across a mud flat, cross a busy main road, and navigate through marshy plants. Ein Gedi, a popular tourist resort, had to buy a special train to tow visitors down to the water's edge since the sea receded far from its original location. The changes are alarming for locals like Nirvanger, who runs the business side of Ein Gedi's tourist operations. It costs them $500,000 a year to chase the sea. The River Jordan's terminal lake. To a geologist, the Dead Sea is the terminal lake of the River Jordan. Water flows into the sea but doesn't flow out again. It just sits there and evaporates. The river itself is barely a trickle, with flash floods during the rainy season. In the dry season, one can almost step over it in certain areas of Israel and the West Bank. Although it's an exaggeration to say that the Dead Sea is dying, its main source of water, the River Jordan, is in decline. Significance of the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea holds significant religious and cultural importance for several faiths, including Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. In Judaism, it is believed that the Dead Sea was the site of the ancient times, of Sodom and Gomorrah, which were destroyed by God for their wickedness. The area is also mentioned in the Hebrew Bible as a place where King David sought refuge from his enemies. For Christians, the Dead Sea is significant, as the place where John the Baptist is said to have baptized Jesus. It is also believed that the prophet Ezekiel prophesied that the Dead Sea would one day come to life and teem with fish, bringing life to the barren desert. In Islam, the Dead Sea is believed to be the place where Lut in Arabic, a prophet mentioned in the Quran, lived and preached to his people, warning them against their immoral ways. The area is also thought to be where Moses and his followers crossed the Red Sea during their exodus from Egypt. What do the prophecies say? The prophet Ezekiel. The prophet Ezekiel's prophecies have captivated people's imaginations across different religions for centuries. As a revered figure in Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and the Baha'i faith, Ezekiel's words hold great significance in their respective holy texts. In the book of Ezekiel, in the Old Testament, the prophet foretells the end times and speaks of a unique messianic prophecy. According to this prophecy, Water will flow from Jerusalem into the Dead Sea, and the previously barren desert will burst into life. These waters issue forth toward the eastern region, and shall go down into the Arabah. And it shall come to pass that every living creature wherewith it swarmeth the rivers, whithersoever shall come, shall live. And there shall be a very great multitude of fish. Ezekiel chapter 47, verse 8 through 9 proclaims. New records of life in the Dead Sea. Despite being known as the Dead Sea, devoid of any aquatic life, there have been recent reports of fish swimming in sinkholes of fresh water on its shores. While the sea continues to recede rapidly at a rate of 1 meter per year, this new development has sparked interest in fulfilling Ezekiel's prophecy. In his prophetic vision, Ezekiel spoke of water flowing from Jerusalem into the Dead Sea, and bringing life to the surrounding desert, stating, "Every living creature wherewith it swarmeth, whithersoever the rivers shall come, shall live. And there shall be a very great multitude of fish." Ezekiel chapter 47, verse 8 through 9. While the Dead Sea remains lifeless, and some see the presence of fish in the surrounding sinkholes as a sign of the prophecy slowly being fulfilled. The story of Prophet Lot's wife. In the book of Genesis, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah recounts God's punishment for the city's sins. The prophet Lot, son of Abraham, warned the people to follow God's commands, but they ignored his message. God then sent rain of fire and brimstone to destroy the cities, burying them under the earth. The angel Gabriel instructed Lot to flee with his family, cautioning them to not look back. However, Lot's wife disobeyed, and as she glanced back at the city, she was instantaneously transformed into a pillar of salt, as recounted in scripture. Today, a towering sculpture of salt rocks stands in Al-Karak Governorate, Jordan, on the southern shore of the Dead Sea, and legend has it that it depicts the prophet Lot's wife. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Discovered in the late 1940s on the western shores of the Dead Sea in Quran, the Dead Sea Scrolls are considered by many to be the most significant archaeological discovery of the 20th century. This collection of ancient scrolls contains some of the oldest known copies of biblical manuscripts, with some dating back as far as 2,000 years. The initial discovery was made by 2 young Bedouin shepherd boys in the West Bank who were tending to their flock in the mountains. Over 900 additional manuscripts were found in the same area later on. The Book of Isaiah is perhaps the most well-known of the scrolls. Scholars have noted that the version found among the Dead Sea Scrolls is remarkably similar to the version of the Bible that is widely used today, offering a glimpse into the history and evolution of this sacred text. So what do you think of the Dead Sea drying up? Comment your views below, and make sure to subscribe for more such videos.